By the time you hear this, I'll be gone to Tennessee for a little vacation. So Billy and I, we're leaving out Friday, and we'll already be there by the time this publishes, and we're going to stay until Monday. And I'm so happy to be getting away for a little while because we both really need it really bad. But so I was thinking, there's got to be some spookiness that's happened around the area that we're going to be in. So I started my quest online to see what I could find. And I searched, to see what was out there. And one of the things that I found I had never heard of, and that's what we're going to talk about today.
Triple M Studios proudly presents the Weekend Weird Files. And here's your host, the weirdest one of all, Andrea Lee.
On June 14th, 1969, 6-year-old Dennis Lloyd Martin completely disappeared without a trace while he was hiking towards the Tennessee state line with his family. His family last saw him in Spence Field, which is located in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. He was there with his grandfather, father, and older brother for a Father's Day trip, and it seems that this was a camping trip that had become a tradition for the Martin family. His dad said that he last saw him when he went behind a bush to hide. He and his brother, he had an older brother there, like I said, they were playing with some kids from another family who had came along on the trip. Well, 5 minutes passed, and all the other kids returned to the campsite without Dennis, and this worried his dad, so he went out to look for Dennis. Now, after searching for a few hours on their own, they asked for help from the park rangers. The area was definitely dangerous for unsupervised kids because there was tons of wildlife there, including copperhead snakes and bears. And to make matters worse, just a couple of hours after Dennis disappeared, monsoon-like rain started falling, and it dropped 3 inches of rain in just a short amount of time. And this caused the trails and the creeks to start flooding, and the trails washed out. Now, soon after that, the National Guard, Special Forces, the Boy Scouts, and 1,400 volunteers joined the search for little Dennis. And other than a shoe and sock and footprints that disappeared after crossing a creek, no sign of the little boy was found. Now, several theories developed out of that. The first one was that he became lost and perished from exposure or some other cause, likely during the first night. And they say that's the most probable theory according to the park officials. The second one is that he was attacked by a hungry bear and carried off. Now, the third one was that he was abducted and taken out of the park by someone. And his father seemed to be most in touch, that's the one he went with, that theory. Now, on the afternoon that he disappeared, a tourist that was there, and his family, they heard a horrible, sickening scream, and shortly after that, they witnessed an unkempt, a rough-looking man running up the trail near where the scream had came from. Now, he thought when they saw the man, he got into a white car, and he drove away, and they thought he may have been a moonshiner that was up in the hills with his steels. The FBI and park rangers, they concluded that there wasn't sufficient evidence to link the sighting of that man to that little Dennis's disappearance. And he was the man that spotted the man that came running off the trail. He was about 5 miles from where little Dennis had disappeared. So I think they kind of dismissed that one. But I just can't imagine your child completely disappearing and you don't have any idea, where he disappeared to. I mean, he's there 1 minute and gone the next, Now, it's been almost 52 years since Dennis disappeared. And a few years after his disappearance, a ginseng hunter claimed to have seen scattered skeletal remains of a small child in the Big Hollow area. But he never came forward with that information until 1985, because ginseng hunting is illegal, and he didn't want to get in trouble for it. Now, they did a search in that area, and they turned up nothing. But Dennis's dad has since passed away. He died in 2014. And as far as I could find online, his mother, Violet, she's still alive. I believe they're from the Knoxville area. But I know this is, I keep the Weekend Weird Files kind of short, but this is one of the shorter ones. But that's all I've got for today. I just found that interesting. I had never heard that story of little Dennis before. But, y'all have a good weekend, and don't forget to keep it weird.